Japan's new Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi had barely stirred up waves in China-Japan relations when she suddenly announced she wanted a face-to-face meeting with Kim Jong-un, but North Korea's response was blunt and immediate, reminding Japan that its historic blood debt is far from settled. When Takaichi stood at a rally in Tokyo, declaring she was ready to meet Kim Jong-un anytime, she likely imagined herself playing the role of a peacemaker, but Pyongyang hit back hard. North Korea's Social Science Academy held a special forum detailing Japan's colonial atrocities and vowed that Japan must pay for its past, a clear signal that this is no reset moment. From the very start, this wasn't a diplomatic breakthrough, it was another political miscalculation. Takaichi wants to talk about the abduction issue, while North Korea wants to talk about decades of colonization, exploitation, and oppression. She rushed to offer an olive branch less than a month after taking office, claiming she wanted a new, productive relationship with North Korea. It sounds like diplomacy, but it's actually a carefully staged political performance. Takaichi is a well-known right-wing figure in Japan. She visits Yasukuni Shrine, pushes for constitutional revision, and takes a hard line against China and North Korea. Now suddenly she's talking about dialogue. In reality, she's trying to rebrand herself using a highly emotional topic. The abduction issue has long stirred strong national sentiment in Japan, and she knows it. But here's the irony. While she calls for talks, she's also accelerating Japan's military build-up, pushing for new long-range strike capabilities capable of reaching North Korea talking peace while preparing missiles. Pyongyang sees right through it. From North Korea's perspective, the abductions are just the tip of the iceberg. State media quickly reminded the world that Japan is their millennial enemy, listing colonial-era atrocities from 1910 to 1945, forced assimilation, banning the Korean language, cultural destruction, resource plundering, forced labor, and the comfort women system. And Japan, in their view, has never truly confronted these crimes. Yasukuni Shrine still glorifies war criminals, textbooks still whitewash history, politicians still deny forced labor. So when Takaichi appears as a voice for the victims, Pyongyang sees her as the aggressor, pretending to be the victim. She wants to talk about kidnappings. They want to talk about historical trauma. They are simply not speaking the same language. And the geopolitical reality has changed too. Japan can no longer use economic aid as leverage. Its economy is stagnant, its population shrinking, and its military capabilities remain tied to the US. Meanwhile, North Korea has normalized its nuclear program, developed hypersonic systems, and now holds real deterrence power. In short, North Korea isn't afraid of Japan, and Japan has lost its bargaining chips. North Korea's narrative has also shifted. They no longer portray themselves as victims, but as resistant fighters against imperialism and colonialism. In this framework, Takaichi's appeals for humanitarian dialogue look like soft pressure from an imperialist state. And what about China? Beijing hasn't commented directly, but its position is consistent. Issues on the Korean peninsula should be settled by the parties involved, with no outside interference and without weaponizing historical disputes. If Japan truly wants to fix relations with North Korea, the first step is not sending a message to Kim Jong-un. It's offering real apologies to Seoul, to Pyongyang, and to all countries harmed during Japan's past aggressions. Which is why Takaichi's proposal for a leaders' summit is likely to remain an illusion, a one-woman show. She hopes the abduction issue will open the door, but ignores one fundamental truth. There can be no reconciliation without confronting the past. North Korea's reply is a loud warning. Settle your historical debts first, then we can talk.